My name is Daniel Dunlap, and this is my reflection for December 5th about Singer, Wells, and Sandra Stott's views on abortion. Singer and Wells present a solution for abortion called ectogenesis, or in other words, artificial wombs. They conclude that this is a beneficial conclusion for abortion. In the article, several points in favor of ectogenesis are mentioned by the authors. One point brought up by Singer and Wells is that this is potentially a safer and a less expensive alternative to surrogate mothering. Singer and Wells both claim that ectogenesis is a solution to women who are not capable of pregnancy and in situations where it would not be recommended medically speaking. Another point brought up by Singer and Wells is that this solution would be sort of a liberator for women in the grounds that it would eventually create a healthier and better mother and child relationship by lessening the possessive attitude a baby could generate. And this is according to Firestone. The last point I'll discuss is the biggest of all, I would say. They state that ectogenesis would in turn, be a solution to abortion. They claim that one day pro-life and pro-choice people will live in harmony because ectogenesis will remove the objection towards abortion, because it would take away our inability to keep early fetuses alive. This is all according to Singer and Wells. So basically that wouldn't violate the fetus's right to life. All in all, the central tension in the debate and dispute abortion causes between people in our society would be taken away by the artificial wombs, because they bring something new, a way in which to keep the fetuses alive, and instead of an abortion, it would be an early birth, and the fetuses would still have their right to life, according to Singer and Wells. And that takes away the objection and debates about abortion, and according to them, everyone is happy. Next, Sandra Stott brings up several feminist perspectives on the subject of artificial wombs, some of which are in favor of this method and ones that are against. She mentions liberal feminism, radical feminism, and cultural feminism. Beginning with liberal feminism, she states that ectogenesis could potentially be a solution for women with unwanted pregnancies. An unwanted pregnancy could potentially be because of a rape or an accident between two individuals who weren't planning on having a child. In addition, it could potentially help women who are infertile to be able to have children. The downside, as stated by Sandra, would be that this could potentially diminish the rights of the mother because of the increased rights brought to the fetus. Also, it could pressure, even force women to use this method because it'd be such a normal thing in society and everyone would be using it. Now, for radical feminism, she claims that artificial wombs could free women from the burden of pregnancy, which would in turn enable greater sexual equality. In this topic, Firestone made a comment which I thought was very interesting and bold. She claims that pregnancy is barbaric because of its painfulness and brute organic physicality. I personally find this quote very strong. I feel that she is completely ignoring the emotional part of having a child. Finally, the last feminism view is a cultural view, which is related to the feminism care ethics, a theory that values relationship. So, in this one, there will be no benefits about ectogenesis in this perspective. This idea of ectogenesis contradicts this point of view because, like I said, it is centered on the mother and child relationship. So a possible downside would be the devaluation of mothering, because Sandra claims that this would turn into a mechanical process that machines could generate and would undermine the importance of motherhood. They wouldn't be like emotionally connected and all that stuff. I'd say that most importantly, it would have a huge negative impact on the mother-child relationship and the development of the child, as Sandra mentions. I believe that artificial wombs should be rejected. Personally, the statements made by Sandra on the downside of this method pulled me against, this method of ectogenesis. I agree with Sandra when, based on a cultural feminism theory, that this would undermine motherhood, have a big knock on the mother-child relationship, and in the end negatively affect the development of the child because of it being in the artificial environment they would be in. I have and will always be pro-life, but because we live in a free country, I believe that people should be able to pick their side on this debate. Thank you.